Odin is, of course, the supreme god of the Viking pantheon, the principal god of warriors and victory in battle, and also the god of the dead. He is the lord of hosts, associated with wisdom, poetry, and agriculture. Odin has many names. He's also known as Othin, Sigtur, the Valfather, One-Eyed, Hanga God, which means God of the Hanged. Valfather means father of the slain. The Pharma God, the God of Congress. The Hapta God, which means God of prisoners. Well, he pretty much evolves from the Germanic Tiwaz and Wotan. Now, Odin is the upholder of kings and the protector of brave young heroes. He often gives these heroes magical weapons. He gives them to his selected earthly heroes. For example, Sigmund's sword Gram. But Odin also destroys these heroes when he feels that the time is right. Odin appears before them in battle. For example, the hero Sigmund was getting old, and Odin decided it was time for him to die. So he appears before him in battle and causes the magic sword Gram to break in two. Sigmund is, of course, disarmed and falls under his enemy's blows. Odin is also a shape-shifter. He manifests himself as a hooded old man, one-eyed man, and can also transform himself into a snake and an eagle. Odin is often accompanied by wolves and ravens. The ravens sit on his shoulders. You have Hugin, which is symbolic of thought, and Munin, which is symbolic of memory. These ravens fly over the earth and bring Odin information. They have the ability to speak. Intellectual ecstasy is also associated with Odin. He is a god of inspiration and is revered by poets and orators. Odin is also a god of magic. He presides over magic. He possesses the secrets of the runes. The runes are, of course, the mystical symbols used in divination. He is the master of magic, and inventor/discoverer of the runes. Odin becomes all-wise by drinking from the well of knowledge that rises from a spring beneath the world tree, the Yggdrasil, at the cost of one of his eyes as payment. His constant desire to pursue occult knowledge links him to the shamans. Odin also hung himself for 9 days and nights, sacrifices himself in order to gain the ability to communicate and rule the dead. As I mentioned, human sacrifices were involved in worship of Odin. These were often prisoners of war who were offered to him. The slaughtered were hung in trees or burnt in funeral pyres. The course of the next battle was divined from the death movements of the sacrificial victims. Odin's symbol is the raven, and his weapon is a spear. The spear is known as Gungnir. This spear is carved with runic letters. The spear, when hurled by the god, influences the course of combat. This ability is symbolized by a knotted device known as the walnut, which represents his power to bind or unbind the minds of warriors and thus influence the outcome of the battle. Odin rides a magical 8-legged horse through the sky. This is known as Sleipnir. This divine steed is the result of a sexual union between the god Loki, disguised as a mare, and a giant stallion. Odin is often linked with the goddess Freyja in Norse literature, and in some legends, the goddess Skadi, the wife of Njord, bears him children. The supreme god of the Vikings peoples the halls of Valhalla with his chosen heroes that will one day defend the realm of the gods against the giants on the final day of reckoning, Ragnarok. Ragnarok means doom. Okay? In Valhalla, the fallen Viking heroes indulge in feasting and combat, and they are ever ready to defend Asgard. Valhalla means Hall of the Slain. The dead Viking heroes would enter the Hall of the Slain with great pomp and ceremony. Odin rules over this army of warrior spirits. Now, the Berserkers were the devotees of Odin. Berserker means bear shirt. The Berserkers would often wear wolf or bear pelts into battle, and were renowned for falling into ecstatic battle frenzies. These frenzies would make them totally impervious to pain or the fear of death. These mighty warriors were eager to die with a sword in their hand, and thus enter the celestial hall of Valhalla. Odin may be the mighty one, but he is also instrumental in the breaking of important oaths to the giants, and this will lead to the eventual downfall of Asgard. Odin is linked to the Valkyries, the choosers of the slain. These are handmaidens of Odin.